Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy, Chris Witherspoon, is here with me today.
I'm back in the building, y'all.
You know, the Grammys were on last night, and Chris is like the entertainment expert. You see him on MSNBC, you see him on NBC, also founder of Pop Viewer. So times like this, I like to have you up here.
Thank you.
I like to have you here anytime.
I mean, but this was my night last night. Like this was like the music's biggest night, and for me as an entertainment person, I was a junkie waiting for this to happen, like waiting for my fix.
Okay, well, good. You got your fix, and we're going to talk about that this morning. But just some really great moments. You know, we're going to talk about what people had on, some of the big winners for the night. Some of the people like Jay-Z had some things to say about the Grammys. Drake had some things to say about the Grammys. By the way, Blue Ivy is beautiful.
Isn't she beautiful? She's so tall.
She's 12 years old.
I'm like, this girl looks like
she just turned 12, which is wild. All right, well, we'll get the show started, but in the meantime, that's what we're doing already, spreading some love and positivity. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let's spread some love. Let's shine a light on some people. Chris Witherspoon is here with me, guest co-hosting all day, and we'll be talking about the Grammys. It's way up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, 800-292-5150 is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time to shine a light now. It is Black History Month.
Yes, we in here.
And Chris Witherspoon is guest hosting with me today. And I want to shine a light on Columbia Savings and Loan Association. This is a bank that's actually turning 100 years old this year. It was founded on September 24th, 1924. So the bank is a Libra. But according to the vice president now, Mackenzie is the vice president of the bank right now. He said, you can imagine that a black-owned business in the U.S. was not a welcome thing, not alone a black-owned bank. The reason that the Halyards, who started the bank, started it was because they understood we didn't have access to funds at regular banks and financial institutions at the time. Now, as this bank is celebrating 100 years, do you know how many black-owned banks we have in the nation?
Oh, my God. Probably less than 100 in my mind.
41.
Okay.
Only 41 in the nation. All right, so we want to shout out to Columbia Savings and Loan Association in Milwaukee. Now, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. MJL, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on you, Angela. I appreciate what you did for me. I called in just to kind of ask your advice about how to start my book business and get it running. The fact that you took the time out to say that you would let me talk on your show, and then you started on my Instagram started popping. It grew at least 200 people, and it just means a lot when somebody on your level takes time out for somebody like me, and I just wanted to shine a light on you. I've been listening to you for about 14 years since you were on the Breakfast Club, watching you move and grow, and it motivates women like me.
Oh, well,
and I just wanted you to know that really meant a lot to me. It gave me the boost of confidence that I needed and the motivation. So, I don't know.
I'm so happy. MJL is an erotic author, and so you do still have the obligation to call in and read us a little passage. We're going to give you a little time for that.
Yes, ma'am. Once I get my website done and everything, morejuicelips.com, once that's popping and all of that, I'm going to call you back so I can do that excerpt, because I want it to be right and tight when I call back.
Okay,
but,
I like that.
You just made my day, and I just thank you. I love you so much. I'm going to continue to watch you and follow you. And I'm going to be on lip service one day. Watch.
Okay, MJL, and I like how you said right and tight. That was very erotic.
Exactly.
All right, I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150 is the number in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And of course, we got to start it off by talking about the Grammys. We'll discuss what some people had to say beforehand and then some of the big moments for the night. Some big congratulations in order. It's Way Up. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon, founder of Pop Viewers.
Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm in the building.
Today. And listen, he's going to be so helpful right now as we talk about these Grammys in Yeetie. I don't know if we'll get through everything right now.
So much.
But let's get it started. First and foremost, Killer Mike. He was escorted out of the Grammys in handcuffs. He did win 3 awards: rap album, rap performance, rap song. So shout out to him for that. And here was his speech, which we didn't get to see because it wasn't aired.
Yeah, aired earlier.
You cannot tell me that you get too old. You can't tell me it's too late. You can't tell me dreams come true. It is a sleep.
was hyped up.
Yes, he was. And well deserved for him to be able to get these awards. And by the way, they said he has been released. He's been tweeting, but he hasn't addressed this yet. But allegedly, they're saying there was some type of altercation with a security.
Yeah. And props to this reporter from The Hollywood Reporter named Chris Garner who got the video footage. Sometimes out these videos, these things, they don't take on the steam that they need.
Until you see it.
Yeah, and like we get to see him walking out, a black man after winning 3 awards handcuffed.
All right, well, some highlights of the night. Victoria Monet. Congratulations to her. You know I love me some Victoria Monet. She was nominated for 7 Grammys, won 3, including Best New Artist and R&B Album. And here's what she said on stage.
I just want to say to everybody who has a dream, I want you to look at this as an example. Thank you, God. This award was a 15-year pursuit.
And she's written for so many big artists. It was great to finally get her to, receive her flowers.
Yep.
And they didn't play her off. She had a long speech and they let her go.
She was like, hold on. The music was playing. She had to get it out there.
Talked about the folder at the studio someone found.
But listen, I've known Victoria Monet for a long time from when she was on Atlantic Records.
Oh, wow.
I actually hosted her listening party back then. And I always was like, she's amazing. Like super talented. So it's
beautiful
great to
spirit.
see.
I love seeing her spirit on that stage.
And her and Ariana Grande, they had the moment where they was on the FaceTime, so we had a chance to see some of that. Now, SZA was also a big winner for the night. SZA was the most nominated artist.
9 nominations.
And she got 3 of those awards: Best R&B Song, Urban Contemporary Album, Duo. And here's what she had to say on the stage.
I'm sorry. I'm just really overwhelmed. You don't really understand. I came really, really far, and I can't believe this is happening, and it feels very fake. And I'm saying, hi, Taylor. I'm just very grateful that I'm not an attractive crier. Have a good evening.
And she said, hi, Taylor.
And she's just so authentic. I think that's why young folks love her so much. Is she's so just integrated and real.
She almost missed a moment, too. She had to come running from backstage. She was changing her clothes.
Lizzo presents her the award, I think. Yeah.
And she met Lizzo a while ago, she said. And since you shouted out Taylor Swift was, of course, on that stage letting you know 13 is her lucky number.
God.
By the way, my lucky number, too.
Oh, really? I know that. Okay.
Because my birthday's January 3rd. So,
But she gave some big news.
Yeah, she broke some news.
A new album coming out in April, I believe it's called. What's it called? The Poets?
Hold on, here she says it.
By telling you a secret that I've been keeping from you for the last 2 years, which is that my brand new album comes out April 19th. It's called The Tortured Poets Department.
The
genius
Tortured
marketer.
Poets
She's such a brilliant marketer.
Yeah.
To take that moment and to reveal you have a new album when you are already on top, you are winning, sis.
Listen,
what
you're
more
winning.
do you have
She's
to
even
do?
winning the Super Bowl, man.
Yes. What more can Taylor do this year, girl? You took last year. Now you want this year again.
And Trevor Noah hosted, and he did make a joke about Taylor Swift. She didn't mind that one. She
No,
didn't
she didn't
react
mind that.
the way
No,
Joe Coy.
no. But also, she was like the biggest star in the room by far, I feel, last night. And she still seems so personable.
Well, Beyonce
so down
and
to
Jay-Z
earth.
were there.
That is true.
And Blue Ivy.
And they whisked in and they whisked out.
We're going to talk about that later, too. We're going to talk more about this. We'll talk about Jay-Z and what he had to say.
Can we go there?
Yes, when we come. And we also have to do About Last Night. You know what? We'll put some of that in About Last Night since we were watching the Grammys last night. We'll talk a little bit about Jay-Z, his speech, and we'll talk about what Drake had to say before the awards, some other really big moments. Nicki Minaj, they accidentally tweeted out that she won an award, and we'll tell you the fallout from that.
Ooh, yes. I missed that part.
Oh, I got you.
Ooh,
Don't
come
worry.
on, bring me that tea.
About Last Night. In the meantime, let's hear a song that used to be my favorite song. I still love this song every time I hear it. Here is Jeremiah. Shout out to Chicago Plains. It's way up.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up at Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon is here with me.
Yo, what up, you all?
Founder of Pop Viewers. And we're talking about Grammys because that's what we both did last night.
I mean, and it was actually a really good show last night. Sometimes they're a little mid. This time it was like good to watch and even better to talk about. Like so much to unpack.
Well, let's talk about Jay-Z because we didn't even get to that. He got up and, he got the big award that Dr. Dre...
Global Impact Award.
Yeah, the Global Impact Award. And so here is what he had to say during his speech. And he brought Blue Ivy on stage.
Which was so adorable.
Beyonce was in the audience. Blue Ivy is beautiful. I loved her outfit.
She didn't even want to go, though, but she was up on
boots.
stage.
She was like, I gotta come.
I have to go.
All right, well, here's what Jay-Z said.
Obviously, it's subjective because, it's music and it's opinion-based. But, some things... I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category.
Ooh.
No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, we gotta keep showing up.
That is so powerful.
That made Kanye trend though, because people were like, he's
doing a Kanye moment.
Yeah.
But I was proud of him. It's really appalling that Beyonce is the most Grammy-winning artist of all time. 32 Grammy Awards she's won over the course of her career, but never Album of the Year.
That's right.
And you see Taylor get it for a fourth time last night,
and
which was so wild to me.
And they still show up though.
And they still show up. And they put butts in seats. That's the other part. Black culture is culture right now. So whenever Beyonce and Jay-Z pull up, all of the world tunes in. And that's why they whisk in and they whisk out, because they make the show great, but they don't get the big award. That's really problematic to me.
Yeah, and and speaking of black people who made this show, Coco Jones won for Best R&B Performance. You were saying off the air you loved Fantasia's Proud Mary.
That was a powerful moment. Oprah introducing her, and Oprah and Tina Turner were really good friends. It was the perfect sort of, I think, redemption for Tina Turner tribute that we needed because Patti LaBelle didn't really give it to us when she performed. But to me, Fantasia tore it up. Then Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs, that Fast Car duet, I love that song. That was powerful too. Miley Cyrus doing Flowers with that hair. That crazy hair she was wearing.
I didn't even realize that. I've heard that song so many times. I never realized it was her that sings it.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Miley.
And if you guys noticed last night, she was wearing this silver dress. She was trying to also pay tribute to Tina Turner. That's one of her
hair
heroes.
Was looking very Tina
very
Turner.
Tina.
I said that too. That's funny. And that was the first Grammy she's ever won in her career. Now, Drake, before the Grammys broadcasted, he went on social media and he said, congrats to anybody winning anything for hip hop, but this show doesn't dictate ish in our world.
It's so true, though. I mean, again, Jay-Z a couple of years ago, he was nominated for like 8 or 9 nominations, and he didn't win one of them.
Yeah, that's wild.
Remember that?
And this was the first ever time they had an Afrobeats performer. Burna Boy performed too.
And Brandy came out. Brandy looks snatched.
And 21 Savage.
Y'all.
And the last thing I want to say is they mistakenly on the Grammys page named Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice as winners for Best Rap Song, but then they deleted the post and put up the real winner. So that happened also.
Running that
I
social
don't know,
media.
but that is awful because them Barbs was like,
they was going
this is a plot. Well, that is your about last night. Now we have Tell Us a Secret when we come back. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Again, it's no judgment. You can tell us a secret. Yeah, anything.
Everything, you all.
There's no shame. It's way up.
At all.
Way up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon, the founder of Pop Viewers, but you also know him from MSNBC, NBC, as the entertainment consultant. We're here today talking all things Grammys, but we're also listening to your secrets.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Chris really want to hear your secrets. So
I
he's
really
not
love
playing.
this. I love that it's a no judgment zone. We need more spaces like this.
Absolutely. Although I can't help what people are going to do when these secrets come out online. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, tell us a secret.
So my secret is that I eat apples and mayonnaise.
Ooh. Apples and mayonnaise. What made you start doing that?
It was good. You gotta try it.
Does anybody judge you over this? Like, is it something you have to like closet eat, or can you eat
in the bathroom with
you gotta
apple
go
and
closet
mayonnaise.
eat, child, or can you eat this in public?
Yeah. My mother judges me very badly.
Well, I have some advice for you. Go make a TikTok video of this because TikTok loves weird things. You will go all the way viral. You will have the mayonnaise apple challenge.
Yes, I want to
be
see how you
popping.
do that. I'm going to say something, though, just so you know that this isn't as weird as you think. Not mayonnaise, but I love a green apple and cheddar cheese sandwich.
Ooh, what? Okay, well, how do you do that? You like cut the apple up?
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm not going to lie.
Add
No
some
mayonnaise.
sis.
But yeah, it probably, I don't eat mayonnaise because my stomach.
Oh,
but
really?
if you put mayonnaise on it, that probably would taste good. Cheddar cheese, green apple, and then I guess for you, a mayonnaise sandwich. I would do mine with some spicy mustard.
I might try both of these tomorrow. Like, you guys are inspiring me.
All right, see, look, here we go. We just
Listen, my
did
advice
something.
to you again: don't be shy, don't be closeted. Come out about this. Go on TikTok, sis. You will get you a big old following with these mayonnaise apple moments.
I will. I'm gonna post this on TikTok.
Do it. And
Okay,
then,
I can't wait
and
to
then
see
add
this.
us. Add us.
I think mayonnaise
I
gets a
will.
bad rap too.
It does.
Period. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Hi, Miss Yee. How are you doing today? I'm good.
Good. It's me and Chris Witherspoon, and we are not going to judge you. We just want to hear your secret.
Yes.
All right. So to get to the point, when I was in college, I was a residential advisor. I had a key to all the master keys. I lost that key. For 3 days, I stayed up, had no idea what I was going to do. because if I told them, I was going to get kicked out of school, get charged $10,000, and possibly some more worse stuff would happen.
Ooh.
So I planned, and I had my buddy beat me up a little bit, and I faked the robbery, said that they stole my car keys, and that key was on there. I got to stay in school, and I graduated.
Let's go.
Okay.
And you took an L for it.
Now, how do you know what the, because being an RA,
yeah,
it's definitely like a job, and within school, and it's a selfless job because you're in charge of everybody. How do you know that? I'm sure people have lost that key before.
Yeah.
How do you know that's what the punishment would have been? They told you that?
We had never seen it happen before, so I didn't want to be the first one to find out.
Wait, but can we rewind really fast? How did you go about getting your friend to beat you up? Like, what did that entail? Did he punch you in the face?
So he's a real close friend of mine. I could call him anytime I need him. He's actually a bit of a mixed martial arts fighter. He didn't want to do it. I called him some names out of character. Finally, he punched me in the face a few times. And then I went back to school and said I got roughed up.
I kind of want to watch the video of that. To see how that went down.
And what did you say? It was just a random...
The funny thing is, he got the video.
Oh, okay. We need the video now. You teasing us.
All right. Well, listen, he got to stay in school. No harm, no foul. And thank God nobody found that key and broke into everyone's dorm.
Oh, my God. And $10,000
Absolutely. I think it's somewhere in my aunt's house, honestly.
Okay. Well, hopefully your aunt doesn't hear this and say, oh, let me go see if this key works. All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you guys for having me call in. I appreciate y'all.
No problem. See, that wasn't too bad.
That wasn't bad at all.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about J-Lo on SNL. I mean, there were some behind the scenes things happening, and we will address it. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy Chris Witherspoon is here.
What's up, y'all?
What up? And let's get into some Yee tea. All right. First off, and these are all things that, by the way, me and Chris have been discussing. Ayo Edebiri and J-Lo.
That was a lot.
All right. Ayo Edebiri is an actress. You know her from The Bear. She's also a writer and voice actor on Big Mouth, just to FYI. And there is a resurfaced clip of her on the Scam Goddess podcast. This was in 2020. Here's what she said.
Today I was actually thinking about one of my favorite scams of all time, because J-Lo is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show.
She is, which is a scam in itself.
And her whole career is one long scam.
Ooh.
Now, granted, she was 24 years old here.
Okay.
But the irony is that she hosted SNL this past Saturday with J-Lo in the building. And I know she was just like, oh my God, is this really happening?
There were some awkward moments like at the end because J-Lo performed with Lotto.
Yes.
And Redman was there. And she had to stand in between J-Lo and Lotto, and they looked like they wanted no parts.
Oh, no, the body language was saying that it was not giving. But also that whole sketch that they tried to do where Ayo was basically trying to apologize in this sketch, but she never came out and said J-Lo.
Right. So the sketch was Why'd You Say It, a game show. And here's what happened on SNL.
We get it. It's wrong to leave mean comments or post comments just for clout or run your mouth on a podcast and you don't consider the impact because you're 24 and stupid. But I think I speak for everyone when I say from now on we're going to be a lot more thoughtful about what we post online.
Oof. But at the end of the day, she is a comedian. She's a stand-up comic. So you got to keep in mind, J-Lo, it was just a joke. There might have been a little bit of truth in there, but I think
J-Lo's
it was
very sensitive, and she said that about people saying that she can't sing.
That
and
is true.
Things about her career.
But she sang her tail off on SNL. That mic was on.
Okay, but let's talk about what did happen. There was a malfunction.
The track fell out, you guys. She was wearing was it a weave? It was a weave, and the track was popping in terms of the music. But at a certain point, she was singing so intensely that her track fell out of her head. It fell on the ground. I kept my eye on it the whole entire time.
But she ripped out that hair extension.
And then Method Man came out. It was a good performance, though.
It was Redman.
Oh, Redman, my bad. But it was a good performance. Redman came out. Who else? There was someone else she performed with for that song. Lotto, yes. That was a great performance.
All right,
she sang live.
Yes, and speaking of singing live, another person who we love, Candy Burris, after 14 seasons.
She's calling it raps, y'all.
On Real Housewives of Atlanta, she's told Variety on the red carpet at the Grammys this.
I decided I'm not coming back this year. They allowed us to sit around for a little too long because they was making a decision. But during that time, I had started working on a lot of other things, and I got some nice big projects coming soon. But it's not just that. It's just like, after you really have time to think, and a friend of mine was like, why do you keep doing it? And I was like, well, I think because I just been doing it so long, it just feels weird to think not to do it.
Listen.
I'm a little surprised here because Candy is a businesswoman and she's about her coins and her checks. And that check is not just the money you get from being on the show. It's the money you can make promoting your businesses on The Real Housewives. And Candy uses that platform.
Going on. And she's had a lot of other shows with Bravo too. So that's
Spin-offs.
interesting. Yeah. So maybe she has some other things that she's like, she's doing a revival of The Wiz. She's co-producing that.
To see that.
And so she might just feel like, you know what? I'm getting so much money other places.
And we've learned you can always come back. They will always bring you back on that show if you want to.
And then Kenya Moore, by the way, speaking of people who have no problem coming back, here's what she had to say when she was on with Big Tigger. She talks about herself, and she also talked about Nene Leakes possibly returning.
Do you look forward to returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Do you know what? If it's in my future to return, I do look forward to it.
This woman has media training.
Do you look forward to Nene returning if that will be a possibility for the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
That door is closed.
You think it's closed?
I mean, when you sue your employer, what do you expect to happen?
That is true, you guys. Nene sued Bravo, so it's going to be hard.
I do know people who have sued and worked right at that job after they sued.
Okay.
That happens in radio. Like, it definitely will, So.
I mean, I think Nene, to me, if they brought her back, the show would have this more longevity. She was the show to me, Nene, and she never got a spinoff, which is also crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Egos, though, sometimes, we never know. You never know, though. Anything can happen. Mm-hmm. And that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. And I want to talk about the world's first cyber brothel. It's an AI brothel. All right, we'll discuss this. Is that cheating? It's way up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon is here with me today.
I'm having the best time with you.
Me too. He's the founder of Pop Viewers, but you also see him as the entertainment correspondent on the Today Show, MSNBC, NBC, and all of that. And I'm about to give you some under the radar stories. Now, this I thought was really interesting. Berlin has the first ever cyber brothel. It's the world's first AI brothel using virtual reality sex dolls. Okay, I love the way that my board op Navy's looking at me because he looks like he wants to go to Berlin. But in there's life-size dolls instead of human sex workers. And so they have right now Bimbo, Kokeshi, and Co. They can't move or speak, but clients can interact with them in the virtual realm. So you put on a VR headset, you get to watch immersive 4D porn with your favorite sex bot. You can also sext with the doll's AI persona. There's an AI language model that's also built in, and there you have it.
I mean, my biggest question, because I'm not giving this story all the way side eye. It's kind of interesting, actually. How do they clean the dolls, though? Because I'm imagining it's a lot going on.
Yes, yeah.
When people do the do.
Well, the thing about this, though, is this is AI, so I don't know
if they're physically touching the doll.
The reason they're saying this isn't going to be a long-term thing is because there is no touching right now. It's VR. So you put on the VR and the doll is in the room, but there's like a whole VR thing happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is that cheating if your significant other is like
a good question.
Going to the cyber brothel to hang out with some AI dolls?
First off, I want to know. I need the video. I got to know what went on. Well, I don't know. But it's probably a healthy way to cheat, actually.
A healthy cheating.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because remember when people were doing the whole Sims thing where they had like a whole other like family in the virtual world, and they had like a house and everything.
Oh, see, that is cheating, actually. A whole other virtual wife, no.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we do have some guests joining us today. Shaun T is going to be here. You know him. Well, he has a new workout, Dig Deeper, that he does. Yes, and quite an interesting conversation we're going to have with Shaun T. But I mean, he's been really, really popular on the workout scene for a couple of decades now. And we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Let's go.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon is here.
What's up, Angela?
Founder of Pop Viewers. Now, we have an update on a story we did earlier about Killer Mike. He has broken his silence on what happened at the Grammys, why he was arrested. This is all after he won 3 Grammys. The LAPD issued a statement saying on Sunday, February 4th, just after 4 p.m., a male adult was detained and handcuffed for a physical altercation that occurred at the 700 block of Chickhearn Court. That suspect was placed under arrest and was transported to LAPD Central Division. He was released, clearly, and he spoke to Big Tigger, and here's what he said.
Then I went and picked up all the gold. We hit a speed bump, and then we hit back to the party, man.
So he said they went back to party afterward.
Yeah, and he called it a speed bump. I mean, to me, it's a bit more of a speed bump getting, walked out of the arena in handcuffs. But
people were yelling, "Free Mike!"
Yeah, but he probably can't say too much also, because I'm assuming he might even press charges against the police department. You never know what else is going to happen.
And he has to be in court February 29th, from my understanding. So I'm sure he's like, I'm not saying anything, keep it calm.
Yeah.
I did win 3 Grammys.
Oh, and there'll be a great opportunity to talk about this. Like, the press that he'll get from this is going to be exceptional. Not that he did it for that, but...
Yes, absolutely.
He has the mic now.
Now, here's some good news for Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac. She had this defamation lawsuit that she was facing from Michael Darby, who is Ashley Darby's estranged husband. And when she was on Way Up with Yee, here's what she said about that lawsuit.
There is a lawsuit.
Okay.
Yes. I can speak on him. I just choose not to. He's not.
I can't believe that's still going on.
It's really gross.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you think Ashley is... How does she feel about it? Has she said, like, I don't know why he's...
She has really taken a hands-off approach. She says to me that she knows nothing about it. They don't talk about it. And I believe her.
All right. Well, that case has been dismissed, and they're saying that he signed a release to appear on that show, and it's a final judgment, so he cannot reassert. It's a dismissed with prejudice.
It's just so crazy. Something that she said on the show is something that he's suing her about. When did that become a thing? That you sue folks for what they say on a reality show? That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know that affected anything that he had going on.
Yeah.
But she's incredibly grateful, she said, to God for protecting me. And she also thanked her family and her incredible legal team. All right, now here is some beef that people were always speculating was happening, but has since been confirmed. People were speculating that Ice Spice was addressing Lotto in her song, the very popular fart song. Here's what was in the song.
Think you the shit, you not even the fart. I be going hard, I'm breaking their hearts. Like, this shit be quick but I'm quicker, this shit be thick but I'm thicker. She could be rich but I'm richer.
All right. So, and you like this song.
That song's a bop. Even though it's about a fart, it's a bop.
It's a bop, yeah. Well, she went on Twitter Space. Is it called Twitter Spaces? Yeah, Twitter Spaces. I don't know if it's X Spaces.
Yeah.
And here is Ice Spice confirming what that song was about, who it was about.
I'm in the back of your weak ass snippet. Like, that's why I was confused.
Oh, literally. Like,
so I was like, wait a second, that's me? So I'm like, okay, since we're talking about me, let's talk about me. And I dropped that.
So this is all because when Lotto was posting a clip, she had Ice Spice in the background. It was like a video playing inside of her Sprinter.
Okay.
Which could have been a coincidence.
Yeah, but by the way, this ain't over, I don't think, because Lotto was spotted this weekend in the Bronx shooting a video.
With J-Lo.
Yeah, but you never know what she could be doing in the Bronx.
I thought that was very ironic, too, that she was in the Bronx. But J-Lo is from...
The Bronx. That's true.
And so that's why it really makes sense. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, Chris Witherspoon is here. He is the founder of Pop Viewers, but you know him as the entertainment consultant on the Today Show, MSNBC, NBC. And I want to get some recommendations. I'm always trying to find things to watch on television. You're the expert. We'll discuss when we come back. It's Way Up.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now. You know who it is. You know who it is.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon is here with me today.
What up, Yee?
Founder of Pop Viewers, entertainment consultant extraordinaire. And I really need you here today because I need some recommendations when it comes to what is on these streaming services, what's in the movies, whatever. So it's all yours.
I got you covered. Okay, so first off, what you can watch right now that will keep you busy this week is called Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you guys. It is on Prime Video. This is Donald Glover. He is back on the small screen again. You might know him from Atlanta, but he's playing this role that's similar to Brad Pitt's role in the film that came out in 2005. So Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, they're a couple, they're spies, just a lot of shooting, it's espionage, it's very sexy.
First hooked up too.
Yes, that's where they met. But this one's Donald Glover and then this Asian actress, Maya Erskine, and they have great chemistry.
Okay.
It's drama, but it's also a lot of action. And then next week, Love is Blind, season 6, okay?
Ooh, you know I love
February 14th, in time for Valentine's Day, for everybody to be miserable if they're single. But I watched the whole new season, you guys. Thank you, Netflix. They hooked me up with the preview row.
So you've seen how many episodes?
All 10 episodes. And can I tell you, it's drama. There's so much drama this time. Last season was kind of mid to me. It didn't really hit. This one actually hits.
They paid attention to what people said about last season.
Yes,
Are there a lot of black people on this season?
There's a beautiful black love story. Can't go too much into the weeds.
Okay.
But I will tell you that what I love about this season, there's someone that gets away. Someone that is not given the ring. You guys will fall in love with this character who really plays a big role in the show. So I'm like chomping at the bit to see what happens because they left me with like a little bit of a cliffhanger. Because we don't see the weddings,
right? And then there's also the
to
reunion
10.
too. At the end. Remember they tried to do like the live reunion and it was not working. It didn't work. Last time.
Yeah, but it rated well. A lot of people watched it.
We were like, what's happening?
I think they like broke Netflix. So many folks trying to watch it, but definitely tune in for that, you guys. And then also The Traitors. I'm watching that right now. Season 2. Phaedra Parks steals the show. It's a competition series on Peacock.
Okay.
It is so good. And it's like each episode someone gets killed off, but it's like all these reality stars that you might know from down back in the day. And it's hosted by Alan Cumming. So good.
Okay.
And then one that gets kind of close to home from you guys. I was a regular on the Wendy Williams show. Wendy was definitely a friend of mine, and it's a documentary coming out Saturday, February 24th, and then Sunday the 25th, a 2-part documentary about her life and where she is right now. It's called Where is Wendy Williams? I'll be hitting up Lifetime after this to get a screener. We can watch it early.
Okay, good.
Advance.
I love that. All right, well, thank you so much. See, this is why Chris is amazing, because I already know I'm going to be watching The Traitors. And another reason he's amazing is, just like myself, he gives great advice. 800-292-5150 is a number. If you have a question, if you want some help from me, and I got Chris Witherspoon here with me today, take advantage. Call us up. We're here to help you out. 800-292-5150. Ask Ye is next.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. You should know. This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon is here with me today. And it's time for Ask Ye. That's where you guys get to call in, and we're going to give you the best advice. And Chris is definitely somebody I would go to for advice. Okay?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this.
All right. Well, Jasmine's on the line. What's up, Jasmine?
Hi, Missy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You got a question for me and Chris?
Yes, I do. I have an ex who is like constantly coming into my life, and I just need help navigating really how to cut him off. Like, he just finds multiple ways of getting in contact with me. So,
well, you said he constantly keeps coming into your life, but really you constantly let him into your life.
Do you have a kid with him, by the way?
No, I don't. Thank God.
That's good. That's good.
So why is it that you let him back in? What is it about him?
I feel like our connection is rare. So that's really what keeps me going back. Like, we've been dealing with each other since 19.
Mm-hmm.
And how old are you now?
27.
Okay, 8 years. So why do you not want him? Like, why is it that you feel like he's not good for you, though, even though you have this really strong connection?
He's just in another relationship.
You know, my advice, you can have a change of relationship. You don't have to look at him as your ex-boyfriend or look at him as someone that you want to be with romantically. You can shift your whole mindset around who he is, and maybe it's just a friend. Maybe you guys do business together. There's something there to your point. It's been 8 years, but just stop looking at him through the lens of love.
When people show you who they are, you do have to believe it. If he's in a whole other relationship with somebody else and it's not you, then he's not looking at you like you're the one for him. No matter what he says, he may be looking at you like you're his safety net. She'll always take me back, and you don't want to be that always.
And also, I would say challenge him. Like, make him take you out to dinner. Make him do things that make him uncomfortable, because that might make him run away.
He does those things. He comes into my life and he just bears all these gifts and showers me with money.
Well, girl, I say take the gifts, take the money, but keep them legs closed. And I would just shift your whole relationship, make it more about business.
He doesn't ask for anything back. That's the thing, too.
I don't see a problem.
You need to date somebody else.
I have been dating other people.
Okay, then get serious with somebody.
But you don't like anybody because you're still hung up on him coming back in and out your life. And you can never really give somebody that full effort because you're not sure if this person's going to come back. So you always have that in your back pocket.
That's true. This has given me a lot of clarity.
you have to figure out what you allow. He's not just coming back into your life, you're letting him back in your life. And as long as you have that going on, that's blocking you from being able to forge a connection with somebody who really deserves it and is going to give you your all. Of course, he's giving you money and gifts because he's not giving you what it is that you really want or need from him. And he feels like that's going to make up for it. Well, I gave you this, well, I give her that. But that's not enough. That's not what you need. It feels like you really want somebody who's going to be there for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Be accountable, too. Sometimes you don't want to tell your friends the truth. Tell them. You got to be like, don't let me talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't tell them because they already know.
Right, because you're embarrassed because you don't want to let them know because you know you wouldn't advise any of your friends to do that. Think about they want the best for you.
And use that block feature on your...
Thank you, Jasmine.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, that was Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is the number. And when we come back, Shaun T is going to be joining me. You know him from Insanity. You know him from Hip Hop Abs. Now he has Dig Deeper. That's his new workout that's out right now. And he's also been competing when you see what he looks like now. But he has an incredible story about how he got to where he is. It's Way Up. Shaun T is next.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and y'all know how much I love talking about health, about fitness, but I don't really love to work out. But Shaun T is here with me today.
Let's go. You don't have no pressure in working out. You know what I'm saying? It starts with just thinking about something that you want to do.
And you, Shaun T, have had quite a journey, just knowing your whole story of how you got to where you are today, where you, the person that everybody knows from Insanity, you know, and also Hip Hop Abs. But let's talk about your history and how you even got there, because this is our first time, you know, sitting down together. And so I just want people to know where you came from.
Well, I came from Camden, New Jersey, but, you know, I grew up with not a lot of money, so I got a scholarship to college, which came with a food card, and I could eat all the food I wanted, and I wasn't running track at the time, and so by the time I got to my sophomore year, I was 50 pounds heavier than when I left high school.
Ooh, that freshman 50.
It was, people had the freshman 15, I had the freshman 50.
Sheesh.
And then so what I did was I was like, you know, I forget this. I looked in the mirror. I was like very unhappy with what I saw. And I was just like, I'm just going to hit the gym. I got on the treadmill. I ran for 10 minutes a day for a while. Then I went to the weight room, eventually starting to love fitness outside of like track and field, because I always play sports, so it was easy to be motivated by like winning, but just internal motivation to want to get better. That was a different strategy for me mentally. And so I changed my major from communications to sports science, and after I did that, I had to teach group exercise classes. My very first class I promoted on the college campus, and I thought it was going to be like, you know, 15, 20 people come, 90 people showed up. So then from there, I got into dance, and then from dance, I got more into fitness, and then I was in the pharmaceutical industry, and I left that industry because I wanted to be a professional dancer, moved to LA, started teaching.
Right now, I'm talking to professional bodybuilder Shaun T. And so during that time, you also dated somebody who was not very supportive of you.
Yes.
Moving to LA.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, and doing your thing. And I want to talk about that because sometimes the people around you and your circle can actually help dictate whether or not you chase your dreams or feel like I can't do this. You know, and that's an important lesson too. So can you talk about before moving to LA, what that was like for you?
I still have scars on my body from like him throwing plates at me and stuff like that. Yo, it was wild. So I just remember coming home from one of my biggest choreography shows. I got so much like love and support from the community. It was a few different cities that came to this theater, and I got home and I was just happy, and I was in my bedroom, and my boyfriend at the time was like, I just want to let you know you'll never be a professional dancer. And that was it.
I did want you to talk about that because sometimes, like you said, people are always like, oh, how could you stay in an abusive relationship? If that was me, I would have did X, Y, and Z. And it's not always easy to get yourself out of that situation. And sometimes we also feel like maybe they're right.
Oftentimes, it comes to self-confidence, self-love, and it also comes down to what you experienced as a child. Because I was sexually abused as a child from the time I was 8 to the time I was 12. And so I found this out in therapy later. But what I found out was that my confidence was low, and I thought that I deserved that kind of life. So we oftentimes look at people who are getting abused and we're like, oh my gosh, like if that were me. And I'm like, you can't say if that were me because you're actually not in it, nor do you know what that person had to go through and what they haven't worked through to be able to not make the decision that you're saying you would make now. And so I just tell people out there, like, give people a little bit of credit, a little bit of space to just like kind of work through that, and also give them love and support instead of just judging them for not making the quote unquote right decision, especially when it comes to your physical abuse. But more importantly, to be quite honest, the mental abuse is actually worse because it scars you for much longer.
Right now, I'm talking to professional bodybuilder Shaun T.
I'm just going to be super candid here. So my abuser was my stepfather. Now, here's the crazy thing that a lot of people don't know happens. So for me, once he stopped, that was like my first heartbreak, because you think that this person's going around saying they love you and like you're their favorite child, and you're doing this and you're protecting them by not telling. And so I used to do things like when I knew he was coming upstairs, I would just be in my underwear. Like I would do those things to try to.
It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
It's Stockholm syndrome to a T. And nobody understands like what that's like. When I tell people that, they're like, what? Like, that's crazy. And I'm like, the foundation of my youth was that. And I weathered the storm for that because I thought I was protecting my brother who was in the room next door. And I was like, oh, at least he's going to stop fighting with my mom so I can take the brunt of this abuse, and he's going to leave my mom alone.
All right, Shaun T is here, and he does go into a lot of detail, so you can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. But we have more with Shaun T, an American fitness trainer. You know him from Insanity, Hip Hop Abs, Let's Get Up. Now he's bodybuilding and competing, and we'll talk to him more about that. It's Way Up.
Vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Shaun T is here with me from Insanity, from Hip Hop Abs, and now Dig Deeper. As we are watching people transform their bodies with Ozempic and all these other Wegovy and all these other medications, clearly these are medications that have been around. People have been using them, doctors, for diabetes and for other things, but now people are using it because they want to lose weight. But what are your thoughts about that? Because I know you have to use those pretty much forever for them to continue to work.
I equate that to somebody who's getting breast implants, who's getting a Brazilian butt lift. Like, these people are doing this for whatever reason they need to do it. Most of the time it's confidence. Most of the time it's something they don't like about themselves. So it's helping them actually live a better quality of life by thinking of themselves as a better person. This just now happens to be a medication. The thing is, there's no support.
Right.
People are getting it's like, here, take this, and it's a cosmetic drug. But are you actually going to change the action that got you to the place where you were unhealthy? Or are you taking it because you have worked so hard and you were never able to lose weight and you were eating as best you can? So there's so many different variables for me to be like, oh my gosh, like, that's so dumb. Like, I can't believe people can do that. I'm like, look, it's your body. I can easily say, like, you shouldn't do that. Like, you should work hard. Like, eat lettuce.
And I think it's really hard when people do say, oh, just work out and eat better. Because if it was that easy, we would all do it. It is not that easy.
And no one, I think the thing that
and we all
really,
fall down sometimes.
You got to go down to go up. I think what's really, really annoying about that entire process is that we've all judged somebody on something, but perfection is temporary, change is constant. So we have to stop focusing on judging people. I just think that there needs to be a bigger conversation around it, because there's some people who are taking it that they probably see that they don't need to take it, and they would be much more mentally healthy and more confident by doing it themselves.
Right now I'm talking to professional bodybuilder Shaun T. So let's talk about Dig Deeper and why you just decided to develop this new program for people.
I just realized that as I've gotten older, there's nothing better than putting on muscle, the energy. And what people have to understand, especially women, because y'all say, oh, I'm going to get bulky. I'm like, no, you're not going to get bulky. It's not possible. However, you turn your body into a fat burning machine the more muscle you have. It's designed in 3 different like phases or collections, if you will. And the first one is like these giant circuits that just get your muscles sore. Then it goes into like superset and time under tension, where you gain more control over your muscles. And then it goes to the build phase. So Dig Deeper is all strength training.
I'm doing this.
You need a bench and dumbbells. You can do it at the gym if you want. You can stream it. And I take you through it. And I'm telling you, the results that people are having just after 30 days, not weight loss, like body recomposition, just seeing their bodies change.
Okay.
So people are so focused on weight loss.
Yeah.
I'm like, focus on fat loss, and your body's going to get smaller and stronger, rather than focusing on losing weight and you're losing muscle too. That's why just doing cardio, unless you really like like it or you're a marathon runner or something like that, it's not really the thing that's going to give you the max benefit, especially if you're just a quote unquote regular person that's like, yo, I'm a mom, I got to go to pick up my kids. Like, what can I do to keep myself strong? Fine, 45 minutes a day. Lift and do some cardio after, and the combination will be great.
All right, well, good. Well, I'm definitely going to dig deeper. I cannot wait to do this workout because I am trying to be better at making sure that I do some strength training because I know it's important for me. And how can people follow you and find you?
For fitness, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, SHAUNT. If you want to dig deeper, go to digdeepernation.com.
All right, well, thank you so much. It was really a pleasure. I appreciate you.
It was my pleasure, too. Thank you.
You can watch this full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. Y'all want to work out with me? Okay, when we come back, we have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Chris Witherspoon was here with me all day today.
We had a time today.
Thank you. And I know the day after the Grammys is a busy day for you, but I appreciate you for coming up and also giving us your pop viewers view on what we should be watching.
Yes, you guys download the app. It's available now in the Apple App Store, Pop Viewers. Mm-hmm. And thank you for having me. I had a ball. I can't think of anywhere I would rather have been the day after the Grammys. Music's biggest night.
I was like, please let Chris be able to come
on,
up
this
here.
is the queen of radio. Like, it's
don't
a
do
ball
that.
being with you.
I don't want that backlash.
Well, no, in my opinion, you guys, this is my personal take. You are bow down to the queen.
Oh no, stop, Chris.
But I had a great time.
I did too, and you got to make sure. Yeah, you come up here more often. Off air, we were talking about Griselda for anybody who was watching that. But you got me so excited for Love Is Blind.
Oh my God, please watch it. I'm gonna try and hook you up with a little advance.
Okay, February 14th it starts for you guys to be able to watch if you don't have the access that Chris has. But he's going to come up here more frequently just to talk about what we should be paying attention to. And again, thank you to Shaun T for joining us. Watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And of course, you guys, this is y'all show, so you have the last word.
I was calling to tell my biggest secret. A couple years ago, I got in a relationship with a long-distance man, and I ended up finding out that he was cheating on me like a month into me moving like 20 hours away from my family. So I ended up cheating back, and I ended up having a baby with the person that I ended up starting the whole relationship with. And now neither one of them knows I have a kid, and I've moved to the whole other side of America.
I would like to shine a light on you, Angela. I listen to you every morning, and I just want to say hats off to you. You're doing it big, and God bless you and your endeavors. George Allman.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.